Well, as you know, clocks ticked an hour ahead over the weekend, springing forward into daylight saving time.
Some people are enjoying the extra evening daylight. Others are still missing that lost hour of sleep.
In tonight's Eye on KELOLAND, Carly Phillips finds out how people feel about the time change.
Sioux Falls streets stayed busy during this year's Summit League tournament. Inside the Premier Center, fans cheered for their team, hoping to score before the shot clock ran out. But that wasn't the only clock ticking down over the weekend. On Sunday, time jumped forward 1 hour, marking the start of daylight saving time, which in turn will lead to longer daylight in the evenings. For some, the change is a sure sign of spring.
The spring is always very welcome after the dark winters.
Others welcome the warmer months ahead, but say the time change takes some getting used to at first.
Daylight savings can be a hard adjustment with kids. It can be difficult with the changing of bedtimes and things like that.
The biannual time change in the U.S. dates back to the early 1900s. It started off as a wartime measure before it was repealed in 1919. The practice returned in 1942, and in 1966, Congress passed the Uniform Time Act to standardize it nationwide. During the 1973 energy crisis, the U.S. tried to stay on daylight saving time year-round, but 1 year later, President Gerald Ford put the country back on standard time from November to March. In 2025, South Dakota lawmakers tried to pass a bill that would exempt the state from observing daylight saving time, but it eventually failed. In fact, the timely topic has been debated for years in South Dakota.
I like the change. Yeah, it doesn't bother me at all. But I'm sure whatever you get used to, you get used to.
I honestly wouldn't mind if we got rid of it altogether and just kept it all the same throughout the year.
Of course, sticking with one or the other year-round would have its pros and cons. If we stayed on daylight saving time all year, we'd get more daylight in the evening, but winter mornings would be much darker, and in some cases, the sun wouldn't rise until after 8 a.m. On the other hand, staying on standard time would mean earlier sunsets and brighter winter mornings, something sleep experts tend to favor.
Our bodies really just like to maintain a regular circadian rhythm, and whenever we throw it off a little bit, it doesn't like it.
However, the time transition can come with plenty of benefits that boost your mental health.
The increased light is going to start boosting our serotonin and vitamin D production, which is really going to help our mental health, and we're going to be able to get outside a little bit more.
For now, Morgan Johnson says the change takes some time to adjust to at her house.
We start winding down, turning the lights off in the house sooner so that they know it's we can't be up all night even though the sun is going to be up later.
Despite an earlier feeling bedtime, Oslo Johnson is embracing the change.
What do you think of daylight savings? Do you like it or no?
So whether you're like Oslo and ready for more time outside, or if you're still playing catch-up on sleep, the time change is one reminder that South Dakota spring isn't far away.
Yes, no coats today. It's awesome.
With Eye on KELOLAND, I'm Carly Phillips.
Oh, I think Oslo's got it down there. Hey, Hawaii and most of Arizona are the only two states that do not observe daylight saving time.
Now, outside of the U.S., most of the countries that observe the time change are in Europe and in Africa. Egypt is the only country that has daylight saving time.